So, what do these three have in common? Yeah, they're all Cartoon Network shows, but they're also still revered to this day. For me, Adventure Time has the lore, Regular Show has the cozy comedy, and Gumball is just over the top with its humor. In this video, I'll analyze these three shows and see why they're so loved and why you can still open up an episode today and enjoy it just as much as when it aired. This show was a gem of a Cartoon Network show. However, if you compared the last season to the first season, you could seriously classify it as a different show altogether. In the first season, there's little to no lore in the show. It was just wacky adventures with Finn and Jake just screwing around in the land of Ooh. This all changed with the last few episodes of season 2, Mortal Folly and Mortal Recoil. It was the first time there was a two-parter for the show, and the stakes had never been higher. We get introduced to the Lich, basically the final boss of the show, or so that's what we thought back then. And to summarize, a bunch of nonsense happens, and the Lich is vanquished.
Dude.
Season 3 now has a mix of fun adventures with an underlying serious tone, and it sets up a bunch of plots for the future. For example, this scene from The Creeps. Oh, believe me, I had so many theories of who this creepy looking ghost was. The most popular one was that this was Finn's mom, and this was his childhood home. And because of these crashing waves, people theorized that she drowned, and that's why Finn is afraid of the ocean. We later find out that it's a lot more complex than that. At the end of the season, we find out that Ice King is just a human named Simon who went crazy after putting on the crown. Trust me, his lore gets even sadder. Now, season 4 is when the show starts to strip away the nonsense and focuses on serious plot lines. The episode, I Remember You, reveals that after the Mushroom War, when Marceline was all alone, Simon came across her and essentially became her father. So we went from this horny loser who just wants a wife to him actually being the best character in the show. That's Adventure Time for you. The season ends with a ridiculous cliffhanger that changes the show forever. Now, I can go on and on about this show, but it's 10 seasons of a pure masterclass in storytelling. I'll be here all day. Let's go back to that question. Why is this show still so revered to this day? It's for one simple reason. The show grew up with its audience. This show has the most natural shift from childlike wonder to, oh shit, things are getting serious now, I have ever seen from a show. The later seasons put humor in the backseat and start delving into philosophical concepts and existentialism. And it's not even like it's an ass pull. If you paid attention to the surroundings in season 1, you'd see that Finn and Jake live in a post-apocalyptic world. The show was well thought out, and although it had some slow-paced seasons that focused on side characters, it was still good world building. This show is still up there as my favorite show of all time, a special place in my heart. Let's go to Regular Show. This show was genius in comedic delivery.
Dude, take my picture.
You had Muscle Man.
Whoa! Whoa! This is gonna be hilarious!
Then you had Mordecai and Rigby being absolute dumbasses. Not only was the show funny, but it was also just cozy. Yeah, it had some continuity, but you could put on any episode and enjoy it just like that. It also had some goated character development. Rigby was so annoying when the show first started, but after he starts dating Eileen and graduates, he starts becoming more mature. Benson, who started off as the anal boss who always shouted at Mordecai and Rigby, became one of their best friends. Skips had his sad backstory as to why he was immortal, and by far the biggest switch up was Pops. The guy went from this,
You turd! You're a turd! No, you're a turd! You're the turd! You're... No!
Mordecai, Rigby, stop! We can all be turds.
to this.
Don't worry, Mordecai and Rigby. I know you're sad, but I promise this is a happy ending. Take care of each other. Goodbye.
Goated. Just like Adventure Time, it had slow parts. When they went to space, it became more story driven, and I still enjoyed the show for the most part, but the initial magic was gone. That didn't mean the ending wasn't a total tearjerker though.
Also, real ones know that the main theme is an absolute banger.
Also, let me know down in the comments, who's a bigger simp, Finn or Mordecai? Also, leave a like and subscribe while you're down there. Let's touch on the final show. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but this show is the funniest out of all of them. For one, the show is an actual cartoon. Characters break the fourth wall.
Dramatic music will play until the end of the game.
It sometimes has no logic, and the humor is ridiculous.
What? Tobias just posted a photo. I'll send it over. Oh, for goodness sake! This is another thing that bugs me. He's always pulling that stupid pose. It's so annoying. Well, it's not really that annoying. It's just photos, buddy. It's not though, is it? It's all the time.
I love the fact that the show is so self-aware too.
Is it me, or did we all look a bit off?
Also, how genius is it that the creators forgot about certain characters in the first season, then incorporated the fact that they were forgotten into the lore? Goated. Like Regular Show, it still has that anthological nature to it. You can put on any episode and enjoy it without seeing a previous one. It still has lore, and some of the lore is just unnecessarily dark, but it's not the main focus. It ended completely unfinished though, and with it being confirmed to be coming back, it deserves a complete and whole ending. So, what do these three have in common? We covered that in the beginning, but there's a lot more. There are shows that both kids and adults can enjoy. They're all funny in their own ways, and they're all technically not finished. let's address the elephant in the room. So with Adventure Time getting the spin-off show Fiona and Cake now being renewed for a second season, the show is technically still going. Yeah, it's a little different, and because of the major time skip at the end of Adventure Time, the creators have a lot of room to do whatever they want in the gap. To me, that's a lot better than just bringing back Finn and Jake and having a Ben 10 situation. Regular show is confirmed to be coming back, and I'm a little mixed. Yeah, I'm happy, but this could either be a spiritual successor to the show or cheap nostalgia bait. See, J.G. Quintel worked on another show called Close Enough, and while it was alright, the fact that there was no limit to the amount of dirty jokes he could make, the humor was lost on me. A regular show pushing the boundaries of Cartoon Network was another reason why it was so funny.
Whoa, were they big? These balls were huge.
When the show comes back, I hope it doesn't go off the walls dirty. If that happens, it could be the worst thing for the show. The Amazing World of Gumball is coming back, but not as a revival or anything. It's coming back to end the show. This has been one long hiatus, and the show is definitely going to go over the top with its ending. Overall, these shows are must-watches for anyone who wants a good laugh or a mix of comedy and serious lore. Leave a like and share this video around. Subscribe for new videos, and thanks for watching.